Hey fellas, how you doing? It is Friday. The markets are closed, and we did pretty well. We last week we lost $58 and I think 90 cents or something like that. So about $60. We lost $60. This week we're up $438.15. And by the way, this is dividend reinvestment plan. Our overall portfolio value now is $39,486.65. Year to date, we're up $7,006.75. And overall, since April of 2022, we're up $33,980.56. I don't know if you guys know me. I already have the account open. I'll turn it around and show you. I don't know if any of you guys are new to this, but I have a playlist where you can get started buying stocks directly from companies and not having to pay a broker or broker fees. Now, I don't want to get into the story and why am I running around here in my robe. My wife is off tonight to spend the night with her mother and spend the day with her mother. It's tomorrow's the date her father died. So they don't want her to be alone, and I'm just, as soon as she's gone, I don't have any reason to be dressed or do anything I don't want to do. I'm gonna sit around here and smell my own farts and just help you guys out with this. So I'm gonna turn this around and go through the drip stocks. All right, this is the company we use online. It's called Computershare. There's the actual website. All right, so we come down here and it says, welcome Frank. Then what are we gonna do? But the key part we're gonna look at is our portfolio. We have 14 stocks, 13 of them we feed and one we're just hanging on to because it's not worth it to get rid of it. Our portfolio value is, again, in US dollars, $39,486.65. I'll pull up the screen so we can see, so I can show you the individual stocks and how we read them. Now, this is our pie chart. That just shows that we don't have all of our stocks. We don't have all of our eggs in one basket. So here we go. They're alphabetically listed, and this is our first one, Advanced Micro Devices, or its ticker symbol, which you can locate it easier on the stock exchange, is AMD. Okay, that's what the bow legs or parentheses are for. Here's the quantity that we have in AMD, and we have 6.56 shares at $166.47 per share as of the close of business today, Friday the 25th. By the way, there's some really good fights tomorrow. That's the market value of our 6 shares in dollars. Right below that is Amazon. Oh, green arrow up. Yellow arrow, like the cursor here, or orange, would mean it didn't participate, and the red arrow means that as of today, it was down. Next stock is Amazon, ticker symbol, 3-letter ticker symbol, and there's also 4-letter ticker symbols, and then there's only one 2-letter ticker symbol, which is Coca-Cola. Knockout is their ticker symbol. So again, the amount of shares that we have, price per share, the value of the stock. Right below that is California Water, same deal. Right below that is Chesapeake Utilities, CPK, 23, green arrow up, 121.56 portfolio value. I'll just go through the other ones and set you back down so I don't bore you into submission. One of the things I had to teach myself is how money works. And if you don't understand how money works and how credit works or why your FICO score is important, you're going to have a lot of problems. And it'll be very difficult for you to survive into your older years. Anyways, let me finish up with the stocks. Costco's are next. We have 2.39 shares. It's up today. It's our most expensive share. It's $935.48. Emerson Electric is next. It was also up $149.63. ExxonMobil is down 46 shares in that, $110.40. That's when I mean they're down a few pennies. We're not talking about taking a dollar loss or anything like that. Marathon Petroleum is up. We have 20 shares. It's $171.57. Mercury General Corporation was a reinsurers. That's the guys that insurance companies, local insurance companies, buy their policies from. Okay, we have 2.39 shares. It's $69.65 a share. It's up. It's only worth $166, and I haven't been feeding it. I just turned it off, and it wouldn't be worth it to sell it. So we'll just hang on to it. Hopefully they'll give us a stock split or something like that. Next is the Clorox Company, ticker symbol CLX, 17 shares, $130.81 down. Coca-Cola, famous Knockout, KO is their ticker symbol, only 2-letter. 52 shares, $69.17 it was up. J.M. Smucker Company, we have 12 plus shares, $109 it was up. Our last two is Tyson's Food, 38 shares in there, $53.94. They were down. And Walmart, our last share, we have 60 shares of Walmart, and it's at $97.47. So that does that. Again, our overall, here I'll show you our pie chart. There's our pie chart, and I'll go to the top of the page. I'll show you my laptop. This is my laptop computer. This is how I keep track of the numbers. So all that to say this, I may not be able to give you the best advice on dating, but I can help you with money. I believe that a book, if you want to get started to get on the path to helping yourself, the only book I recommend, and I think it's like 138, 139 pages long, is called The Richest Man in Babylon, and the author's name is Clayson. Classon, Clayson. It's not expensive. I'm not selling it. There's no links. My channel's not monetized. How does Computershare get paid? Computershare gets paid from the companies that they allow on their website that participate in the dividend reinvestment plans. All right, that's where we buy stocks directly from the company. And in one of the videos, I show you exactly how to do it. If you have a checking or savings account, you can buy stocks tomorrow. And you're not going to pay a broker fee. You're not going to pay a marketing fee. You're not going to pay a front-end loaded fee, a mid-loaded fee. You're just not going to pay fees. You're going to deal directly with the company. That's it. What do I get out of this? I get out of this the fact that I'm actually trying to help people without taking something from them. You don't have to like or subscribe. But I don't want the men here on YouTube or the men in my life, because I do this for my family members, my wife's family members. I do this for the guys at the gym. I don't want my life to look like a nightmare as we get older and got a bunch of guys running around who don't think anybody gives a shit about them. You are always going to have money. Money is a giant key in you being successful or maintaining success or maintaining your standard of living. And I always say, if you know more about a sports team or a video game than you do about money, you're doing something wrong and you can correct it. First thing I tell everybody, 10% of every single penny you make is yours to keep for the rest of your life. I don't know. Hang on. Excuse me. I don't know about you. How are we going to use this money? We are going to use if we needed a loan, let's say I needed a new transmission. Personally, I just go pay for it. But if I was in, let's say we need $10,000 medical bills. Somebody broke their arm and it's going to cost us $10,000. Now they're going to fix the kid's arm and that kind of stuff, but it's going to cost somebody $10,000. So we go into the credit union, because banks are for profit, credit unions for members, and we offer as direct collateral this $39,486.65. First off, you're probably going to spend probably 45 minutes explaining to people that you can actually buy stocks without a broker, which will flabbergast them. And these are people that are running either a bank or credit union, okay? Anyways, moving on. So we'll get a better APR, annual percentage rating, and we'll have what's called a secured loan. We offer up 3 times the amount of the collateral. They're going to give you a loan. And we don't want to use our money. We want to use other people's money to get where we want to go, okay? This money is ours to keep. This is part of our 10% to keep for the rest of our lives. We are long-term, dollar-cost averaging investors, meaning no matter if the market's up or the market's down, we still invest at the same day, the same amount of money, and we use time and compound interest to get where we're going. Why I do this every week? So you can hold my feet to the fire. I'm not sitting here showing you something that I don't show everybody else on YouTube that wants to see it. And you can hold my feet to the fire. We've made a hell of a comeback. We were down $3,500 and now we're up over $7,000. So that's like a $10,000 turnaround. This year, it's only the 7th month of the year. I think the biggest thing I want you guys to understand is there is hope for you to be successful. I don't use Bitcoin and those type of things, and I did. I had a Coinbase account, and I got tired of getting rug pulled on coins, and anyways, doesn't matter. So I just got out of it. I don't non-fungible tokens. What the fuck is that? Anyways, I'm not buying that bullshit. Anyways, here's the other thing. You become a shareholder of record to all of these companies. Let's say your digital wallet gets stolen or lost. You're just pretty much screwed. I and you, if you sign up to these companies, can prove you're a shareholder. You can prove how many shares and stocks you have in it. This company here, Computershare, is just a holding company. We don't pay them anything. They don't pay us anything. We get our dividends from the company. Here's another neat factor of it. There's a lot of rewards for shareholders. There's also that you have a vote. Yeah, in the company. They want to hire this firm. They want to put these guys on the board. You can either vote yes, no, or abstain. And you are entitled to go to that. If you can get there, they'll wine and dine you for a night. It's kind of fun, actually. Other than that, how do we pick stocks? I pick stocks based on need. You'll notice that all of the stocks we have, with the exception, we used to have Raytheon, which isn't a need, but with the exception of this J.M. Smucker company, people don't have to have pets. You don't have to have pets. That's not a need. That is a want. So J.M. Smucker company, other than making those single-serve jellies that you see at the truck stops, they make a lot of dog food and cat food and dog toys and cat toys. That's the only one that's not a need. Do you need Clorox? Occasionally, yes. Do you need Coca-Cola? No, you don't. But that's my own. And by the way, I didn't come up with this dollar cost averaging long-term investing on my own. I stole it from Charlie Munger, late departed Charlie Munger, and Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. They preached this. And we only pick companies that produce something tangible or fill a need that people need. People need groceries. Tyson's Food, Walmart, Amazon. People need electricity. We have power companies. People need gas. We have gas companies. People need petroleum products. We have petroleum products. It's not rocket science. And I'm not some savant that I know more than you do, but I've been doing this since 1983. This isn't the only account I have. I retired at age 46. I don't owe anybody anything. Now I have a mortgage on this home, but it's 2.5% interest. I was like, yes, sir, I'll take that.
And the only other thing I can tell you is about credit cards. You can use a credit card as about a 2.5 to 3 week float. They're going to log me out. Okay, they just shut me out. So, anyways, all that to say this. If you use a credit card and for an emergency, I would hope you pay it off. And if you pay it off in full every month, why should you care what the annual percentage rate is? Especially if it's a free card where they don't charge you for having their card like American Express charges you for using their card. Anyways, hope this makes sense to you. You don't owe me anything. I'm trying to help you, and I'm not going to ask you for anything. Other than that, there's big fights tomorrow. Abu Dhabi. Yeah, anyways. But that's it. I'll probably watch. I like movies like Jason Bourne, John Wick, Fury, Saving Private Ryan, those kind of stuff. I like action-packed movies. There's some Korean crime dramas that are just, they're just going at it. So that's all I'm doing today. It's 98 degrees outside, so man, I'm done. Got the pool pimped out now, so I'm not sticking my head out there. I spent too much time in the deserts in Iraq and Afghanistan. No. All right. Love you guys. Stay safe and healthy. Take care of each other if you can, and if you can't, you take care of yourselves, all right? You're going to need money your entire life, and you have 3 phases of your life. You have your dreamer phase, which ends at age 24. From there, you have to have a career phase, and your career phase can last up until your death, but hopefully you'll have a 3rd phase of your life, which is your retirement phase. Depending on how your dreamer and your career phase goes, and if you're willing to rat hole at least 10% of your money, you're going to be able to retire comfortable. All right? Like a fart in a G-string from West Texas, El Paso. I'm out of here. Bye-bye.